Hi, I'm Cody, and for our group's research, we had CrossFit. So, to start with the history of CrossFit, um, Greg Glassman was credited with finding CrossFit in 2000, and around 2005, he had about 13 gyms, and now there are more than 10,000, becoming the most diverse workout plan in history. Glassman's mission was greater work capacity across a broad time and modal domains with the goal of general physical preparedness. 10 key physical qualities in CrossFit include cardiovascular or respiratory endurance, stamina, strength, flexibility, power, speed, coordination, agility, balance, and accuracy. So before CrossFit was all about fun and games. It emphasizes repeatable, measurable results. So it includes heavy lifting, interval training. There is a heavy emphasis on specific weights, specific distances, and specific movements over specific times. So this allows for a clear measurement of performance. The competitive nature for CrossFit started in the summer of 2007, and it has held annually since then. The first year, the male and female winner received $500, and in 2010, the winners received $25,000. And now for the next year, the top prize grew to $250,000. So it has become a huge thing. A lot of people do it. And it is televised on ESPN. So in 2016, there were 324,000 participants, which is quite a bit. 58% male, 42% female, from 175 countries, with the most participants coming from Europe and competing for 5 weeks, involved in 5 different tests. So for the main issues that we'd like to exercise with CrossFit is relating it to, like I said, the healthy psychological, physiological part of your body. So this high intensity interval training is exactly what CrossFit is all about. So the main issue behind CrossFit and health is determining if it's good for us. So we found a research study called the psychological concomitants. I always struggle with that. Concomitants of CrossFit training. So it asks, does more exercise really make your everyday psychological functioning better? So they aimed this study at relationships between characteristics of CrossFit training and indicators of well-being, self-esteem, body awareness, satisfaction with body image, and perceived body confidence. The method for this research study, they had 186 Norwegian individuals. 57.5% were female, and the mean age was about 29 years old, give or take 7 to 8 years. A requirement was that they regularly participate in CrossFit. CrossFit training was not connected with higher levels of psychological functioning or satisfaction of body image overall. More of the method, so a convenience sample collected through Norwegian CrossFit clubs. 28 training clubs were contacted via email with information about the study and with inquiry to find participants. Out of these, 7 clubs posted an advertisement. Questionnaires were voluntary and rewards were not given. So the method continued was that there was 212 questionnaires received. Sadly, 3 were removed due to underage, as well as 22 were removed due to uninterpretable data. So for the statistical results, so the weekly frequency of CrossFit sessions were not connected with a positive effect. CrossFit experience, the duration frequency was not related to global self-esteem, was also not related to body awareness, body image dissatisfaction, and body competence. CrossFit training was not connected with higher levels of psychological functioning, so well-being, body awareness, and self-esteem, and satisfaction with body image. So for the overall results, over half of participants, about 50%, 50.5, mentioned improved physical abilities, which were included in strength and/or fitness, and health-related factors as a motive for doing CrossFit exercises. There was also an improvement in functional skills, well-being, and attractiveness was also mentioned. More on results. So the regression analysis found that higher levels of well-being were associated with the male sex. So shorter time elapsed from starting CrossFit training with higher levels of body awareness and higher satisfaction with one's body. So poor results could have been due to the fact that the questionnaires were completed right after a workout. So left with questions, so how rigorous is too rigorous, and that was something that could have been asked before and after workouts. So the downside for CrossFit, CrossFit coaches are often certified in a weekend and often lack prior or proper knowledge for lifting techniques and kinesiology as a whole. So as a highly trained professional, including athletic trainers, warn people against CrossFit because the lack of trained professionals and a program built on pushing a person's limits in order to get stronger may often end in injury. So an article, the first of its kind, reported 73% injury rate, including the top four, which top four injuries included Achilles injuries, which were from box jumps, higher risk Habu, the shoulders because of kipping, and high re-Olympic reps. So in conclusion, CrossFit can be a positive program that helps someone improve their physical, physiological, and psychological, emotional health. As the exercise is intense with helpful training and correct body mechanics, and increase awareness of your own body, you can succeed. The results of the training program can include confidence, increased self-esteem, and camaraderie. So, however, this training affects everyone differently, as in our study, gender impacting men more than women, but can also differentiate based on age and workout coordinator's education. And that's all I got. So other than that, we got the resources. This research was very interesting. I myself do CrossFit training, not very often. It is very high interval training. It is very intense. I find it to make me feel better health-wise. It is very stressful sometimes, so I can see why there are negative aspects of CrossFit. But overall, I do feel like there are many pros and not as many cons. So I can see why this can be a debatable topic. But as some research shows, it is a very good thing for you psychologically, physically, just makes you healthy. So thank you.